I'm going to do like an insight video today, and I've been going through a lot of sort of changes within my sort of energy and my energy frequencies lately. There's a lot of shifting. I feel there's a lot of shifting within vibration and frequency, and a lot of this is sort of like I feel like personally within my own sort of reality is the shifting of consciousness from like 3D reality, which is a very physical and external reality, and external sort of where we're all sort of like very much caught up in the external world and the external sort of reality of 3D, which is every day, which is, you know, the money, the sort of like going to work. It's sort of like the physical world, the stresses and strains of it. And the shift is sort of like when you become more sort of aligned with your spiritual sort of like source energy and your source consciousness. You go from the external world to the internal world, and the internal world is where the 5D reality comes online. And the 5D reality is the energetic reality, and this is where we sort of like we create and manifest through our vibration and our frequency, and we create and manifest reality through going into source energy, and sort of like connecting to your inner source and starting to create and manifest from there. That you see that you are like a creator of your reality, you're a co-creator of your reality. And this is a shift in consciousness, this is a shift in reality. For me personally, it feels like I walk around as a light vibration, as a light frequency. So I feel also with a lot of things that are going on that, like when your energy centers are aligned, and there's light and there's energy flowing through them of source energy, and you have an awareness of that source energy, then you feel vibrant, you feel like a vibration, a frequency, but you also feel this light energy, this light frequency. And you can even feel sort of like with vibrations and frequencies. So like the universal law of vibration and frequency is the manifestation of sort of like thoughts through consciousness. So every sort of emotion, every feeling is a vibration, it's a frequency. And this is where the universal law of polarity comes in as well, because it's like I've talked about two aspects of being, and I talk about like the limited self and the infinite self. And the infinite self is when you're in this source energy, and you feel your vibration, and you know that anything you want to create, you can create through a vibration, a frequency. And you can do this through visioning, through meditation and visioning. You can do this through meditation and sort of like visioning again by using things like crystals. It's about sort of like getting that source energy and feeling it, and sort of like letting it vibrate and create through your consciousness to create reality. And this is what's shifting a lot from many of us. It's like it's opening a door of like consciousness, and also opening a door sort of our energy into our infinite self. So we know that within our infinite self and the universal law of polarity, and the universal law of oneness, vibration and frequency, there's infinite vibrations and frequencies, and we've got access to all of them. There's no limitation. The only limitation is through when we doubt, or we sort of like fear, or we have anxiety around something. If we truly want to create something, we have to vibrate as it. We have to sort of be in beingness of it, which is vibrating as that vibration, that frequency. And then what happens is you send out this vibration, this frequency from your source energy, your center, which is where, like through your heart center, within your energy, within your sort of like chakras. If you sit within there, then what that does is it goes up to like your third eye, it goes out through your crown chakra, and then it sends out this vibration, this frequency to the universe. And then what happens is the law of attraction comes into play. So the vibration of frequency, the law of attraction works on your own inner vibration, your own inner frequency. And this is why it's important as spiritual beings that we become awakened, we become aligned with our own source energy, our own source vibration, which is, I like to call it like our own source creator, because we're all part of like creation, and we all have vibrations, and we all have like access to these infinite vibrations and frequencies. The universal law of oneness is an infinite vibration that's always vibrating, and it has many sort of vibrations and frequencies to it. So I mean, there's many realities and many sort of experiences and things that we can create from that. It's not something that, you know, it's infinite. The law of oneness is infinite. So there's infinite possibilities, there's infinite opportunities, and there's infinite vibrations. And once we start to sort of like move from limitation into infinite, we start to realize that we can create and manifest that, and all we have to do is bring online our energy. But obviously it's a process, and it's a process where you have to start to vibrate as the vibration that you want. You have to be very specific about what you're trying to create and what you're trying to manifest, and then create it, and then live that reality. And when you start to live that reality, you become that vibration. And when you become that vibration, that's what you're expressing. You're expressing in your whole being. And then what happens is reality then aligns with that. It unifies with that. And then what becomes what that vibe started off as, that vibration, that seed of creation, then becomes a reality. So this is the shift from like 3D reality to 5D reality. We can walk as harmony, we can walk as peace, we can walk as joy, we can walk as any of that, because they're vibrations. And if we create those and manifest those within our own source energy, then we become them. And it can dissolve any situation, it can dissolve any kind of challenge, barrier. All we have to do is remain in that vibration constantly, and that's the practice. It's trying to be very conscious in present, in the infinite moment, the eternal moment, constantly within our lives. And the more we can do that, the more we start to shift and change our reality, and we send out these vibrations, these frequencies that we're trying to create and manifest in our reality. It also helps when we're living in source energy and source vibration. We're also open as open channels, so then we're also open to many different dimensions and realities of consciousness. And this is where the ascended masters and the archangels and other ascended beings, the Great White Brotherhood, all these beings that work with us will be able to align and connect with us. But we have to start seeing that, within this source energy and the eternal moment and this infinite vibration, that many beings vibrate and exist in one reality with us in this time, in this moment, which is the eternal moment. And the more that we start to realize that, the more we can vibrate in union with source energy, but open up our channel to start to receive insight and wisdom and understanding from these higher enlightened beings that are bringing consciousness to this reality, into this time. You talk about Sirians, Arcturians. There's all these many different sort of like terrestrial beings, or light realities and light dimensions that many beings talk about receiving as being channels for this. And the consciousness is there. So this is all going on at the moment. People talk about telos as well, which is like this, supposed to be this sort of this community, the fifth dimension community that lives with it like on this plane of existence at the moment. There's many sort of like things that people are talking about, like fifth dimensional reality. And each and every one of us is about awakening to that, awakening to know that you're a vibration, you're a frequency, and the more that you can live within that frequency, the more you have freedom and liberation to create and manifest. And this is what the Source Creator brings, and this is the new shift in consciousness for many of us. It's about dissolving. I mean, I have to constantly dissolve within my own reality. There's many things that come in from the external. The 3D reality is always vibrating, it's always there, and there's many things like fears, worries, doubts that come in, and when they come in, you have to dissolve them. So it's about sort of like going within and sort of with that vibration, that frequency, and dissolving and releasing. This is where clearing and cleansing is really important. I use a lot of colours because I see a lot of colours within my vibration and my frequency, and been sort of doing healing for a long time. I've always seen sort of clairvoyant colours. So for me, colours are a very good way of sort of like releasing, and each colour obviously has different sort of like different sort of vibrations and frequencies, but they're all part of one frequency. Again, you've got things like turquoises around protection, you've got like blue that can be around communication, peace, serenity. You've got pink, which is about universal compassion, love, union again. You've got indigo, which is about higher conscious, higher wisdom, higher awareness. You've got the violet flame, which is about transformation and transmutation, which connects to Saint Germain. And again, violet's very much like a higher consciousness. It's aligning with sort of like higher awareness. You've got white, which is very much around purification, clearing, cleansing. But white's also very much around sort of It connects you into like again the higher consciousness, the higher awareness. Um, it connects very much to sort of like when you got like the great white brotherhood, which are universal teachers. White is very much again sort of like this pure consciousness, this pure awareness. Um, so you've got many colours. You've got orange, which is very much around again, which is around. I always feel it's like purification. It's like rebirth. It's harmony. You've got red, which is very much around the physicality. Um, and it connects you and it grounds you into like so it grounds your energy so you can feel more sort of like centered. And it also, I feel like the red color, sort of like when I've done Reiki before, I look at the symbols and they're very much like you've got Reiki, where you've got something called Choku Ray, which is very much around sort of like the light switch that switches you onto it's the physical body, which connects you to like um, the universal energy. And then you've got like Seihei Ki, which is to do with like the emotional body. So you can use these symbols to connect in with the chakras as well. So you've got, I always feel like Chokurei connects to the root chakra, which is the physicality, which is bringing you into the vibration of energy of creation. And then you've got like Seihei Ki, which is about the emotional body, but this is about harmony, union. It connects very much into the sacral chakra. You've got like Honsha Soshe Nen, which is very much around like the mental body, and this is very much connected to like communication, intuition, higher awareness again. And then you've got Daiku Mio, which is like the spiritual body. And these are very much like the spiritual bodies where you're starting to and all four of these sort of aspects of different bodies are different vibrations and frequencies that allow your consciousness to integrate on these four levels. So you start feeling more like an energetic body, and you walk and create and manifest within your reality. So this is what these kind of this is what this time's about. I feel like I walk as very much as a light vibration, and the more I remain in that light vibration, the more that things are dissolved and released. So it's about practicing. It's about bringing your energy to and being conscious that you're a vibration, you're a frequency, and everything is transient. Everything is sort of like in that sense that you can transmute and transform anything in any moment, and all you have to do is conscious in that eternal moment, and you can release and surrender it, and then you can bring in a new vibration. Nothing is set, and nothing is permanent. It's just that, you know, if you stay on a level of consciousness where the 3D reality and you're living within the 3D reality, then you are very much attached to the 3D reality consciousness and the 3D reality barriers, which are very much around money, worry about work, sort of like, you know, daily things. You know, there could be problems, appointments, all those kind of things. They're all like 3D reality. They're part of life, but they can also be released and dissolved. And you know, releasing is a big key thing to keep your energy cleared and keep your energy open, because we get blocked by worry and doubt and fear. And you know, spiritual beings and enlightened beings live in harmony. They live in vibration of frequency of harmony and union. They don't live with fear, doubt, or worry. And these are like, again, with the universal law of polarity, where it's the infinite and the limited. They're very limited vibrations, and these beings that work with us from higher dimensions work on very high vibrations. So we need to be very much sort of like cleared and cleansed, and living from a high vibration to receive information and receive vibrations at those times. Angels are a little bit different, because angels work on harmony, and they work here. They're benevolent beings, and they work for union and healing for all beings. So angels work with you, whatever vibration you're on. You can be open to angels. You know, the angels work on many different dimensions and levels. You've got like angels that you ask for everyday things. Some people ask for like car parking spaces, things like that. They ask for guidance and support in that way. You've got guardian angels that work with you, that are constantly with you. You can ask for your guardian angels to come in that will work with you. Then you've got like Archangel Michael that works for protection. You can ask for his sword and his wings to come around you for protection. And then you've got other archangels as well that you can use and ask. So the archangels work on a more universal, as like collective consciousness, and then you've got like I'd say like worker angels that work on like lower vibrations, that work for everyday stuff that you need within your individual reality. And this is how angels can be used as a vibration, as as a spiritual sort of like support, which is what a lot of people do. So there's many ways to work within vibration and frequency, and as you can see, it's not just one thing; it's many things. And as you can see, when I've been talking through this insight, I was talking about Reiki, and then I was talking about chakras, and I was talking about angels, and I was talking about guides, and I was talking about source energy. It's all connected, nothing separate. And this is the universal law of oneness at play within our reality, within our consciousness, in our lives. And like by talking about this, you also see the constant sort of connection. There's so much sort of there's so much sort of insight and wisdom and communication coming in from many different sort of like sources. And like again, that's the word I'm using, sources. So like archangels, ascended masters, ascended beings, crystals, um, sort of like meditation, vision, it's all part of source energy. Source energy is everything. It's the manifestation or creation and consciousness in all reality, in all forms. And this is why I talk about source energy, because this is the essence. This is what that we're all sort of like we're all born from, and we all return to when we move from this physical reality into another reality, another dimension. So I just wanted to give you a bit of insight into what's sort of things are going on for me personally, and just see if any of these things relate to you, if there's anything like bits of wisdom within what I'm talking about that will relate to your own life, or in any kind of tools that you can use for your own awakening, your own spiritual journey. So please comment, subscribe, like I said, add a comment or question. I'm quite happy to try and answer those. Usually, for a long time I work as a channel. I've worked with people in the past on like spiritual development and their own journey, and I have usually I'll get some sort of insight that will give some sort of vibrational frequency or some sort of intuition that will help individuals, and then from there you can build, because once you have that first sort of insight, then it shifts and changes your reality, then it shifts and changes your opens your consciousness, and then it starts to then allow a new energy or a new vibration or new frequency to integrate within your energy, vibration and frequency, but also your reality and your life. And that's how things work, and they're constantly communicating with us, constantly bringing insight and wisdom in, and all we have to do is just be aware of it. And it only takes that one thought where we shift from whatever's going on in our own consciousness or our own reality. That one shift is like opening a door, and once it opens a door, then things start to flow, and once that door's opened, then reality and life looks very different. Thank you.